Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode here on the Sitrep podcast. I am your host this afternoon, Oriskany Jim. Today I am joined once again by my lovely better half, Miss Jennifer. Jen, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to kicking a little butt.
All right, this is definitely the game to do it. This is the recently renamed, as in renamed last night, Arena of the Damned. We used to call this Gladiator, Blood and Sand, but that was really derivative. It's basically Spartacus, Blood and Sand. Just changed one word. So I didn't want to be quite that derivative. So we wanted to be a little bit more original with our own title. So this is a game that we designed, in 2009. Basically, when Spartacus, Blood and Sand came out, we really got into it. We really liked that show. And we came up with a little game so that we could do it. Either in those days, we didn't game virtually. Either with cardboard counters or with little miniature figures in an actual sandbox. So that was way back in 2009. I think we stopped playing it in like 2011. I think 2013 was our last game, now that I think about it. And since then, we haven't picked it up since. Now, last night, and actually the last couple nights, I've been kind of kicking this thing around, redesigning it a little bit. Thought maybe it would be a nice change of pace from the usual historical setting. It's still a historical war game, clearly. It's just we're picking a different period and we're picking a different venue, so to speak, a very different setting. So we've got a pretty good audience already. Thanks very much. I see you guys in the chat. Again, say hello in the comments so I know who's here, or if you have any questions or comments. So like I said, the name of the game is Arena of the Damned. It's a light, fast, hopefully light and fast, gladiator combat in ancient Rome. This is not like Spartacus, Blood and Treachery. I think that was by Fantasy Flight Games. I can't remember who actually wrote that game. But that game, you're playing more of a Lannister, or Lanista, I should say. You're playing an actual guy who runs a business. It's a business game, it's a politics game, it's a treachery game. This is, you're a guy with a sword in the arena. It gets a lot more crunchy into the details of, parry, thrust, block, sword and sandal, ancient sort of one-on-one combat, along with a lot of performance, a lot of bravado. This arena game is not so much combat on the battlefield. The point isn't always to win and kill your opponent. This is 1/3 combat, 1/3 sporting event, 1/3 entertainment. So it's WWE with swords. To put a long story short. Hello Ben, thanks for coming out. Hello Dennis, coming with us. Blood makes the grass grow. We're definitely gonna spill some blood today. Cool. So we got a little arena, although the map isn't that important until you get a bunch of characters in a group game, which you can totally do. One-on-one, the game can be fun. The movement and parry system is a little simplistic when it's just two characters. It's like, oh, here's my fighter, here's your fighter, I attack. Okay, now it's your turn. Okay, you attack. It'd be like, okay, the game map is kind of pointless. But again, once you get 5 or 6 fighters in the arena all at once on 2 sides, maybe even 3 sides, it's going to get a little bit more tricky as far as who's facing who's got who on defense, who's knocked down, who's lost their sword, who's lost their shield, again, who's knocked on their ass in the sand, who's wounded, who's dead. Then the map becomes a little bit more integral to the plot, so to speak. But at first, we're going to start off pretty light, and it's going to be really straightforward. Okay? Alrighty. So Jen says, I've heard that before, I'm not sure where. That is from Full Metal Jacket.
Ah.
And there's not a lot of grass in the arena, although in some of these TV shows, they often say, like that's like a saying for when somebody's dead or somebody's been murdered. So-and-so has gone to grass. So yeah, it's kind of the same idea. Alright, so if you wanted to play this game, the first thing you do. Oh, by the way, Dennis and Ben, because Jen's with me on the Skype call. So Dennis and Ben, I should say. If I'm too loud, if you can't hear the music, if Jen's too loud, if there's any sound balancing issues, let us know and we'll do our best to fix it. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. So it's like I said, the game is pretty simple. The first thing that you would do if you were into this game, and if it proves popular, we can always, try it again. If other people want to maybe give it a try. But for now, what we're going to do first is we're going to create a fighter. So, Jen's already got one fighter created. I've got 2 males created and a female. I've got my own little Ludus going here. You probably do want to create your fighters in groups, especially if you start off at level 10. If you start off at level 0, it's a 10 level game. Because if you start off at level 1 with just one character, your odds of making it to level 2 are not great, much less level 3, 4, and 5. This is a bloody game. The lethality curve drops off sharply once you get to like level 3 or 4. Level 4, you're actually a real gladiator. So the way the level system works, you start off as a criminal. Basically, you get sent into the arena. If we've seen episode 1 of Spartacus, Blood and Sand, you're basically wearing a subligaria, and they give you a rusty sword. So you get a rusty sword and some tighty whities. That's literally your equipment list. And, you're there to be killed. Executed ad gladium is basically what they call it. Who knows, you might survive the way Spartacus did, and you may get promoted to slave. That's a sentence I never thought I would say, but in the blood-soaked world of the Gladiator, you do have to sort of get sometimes promoted to slave. We are no longer a criminal. At least when you're a slave, at least somebody paid money for you. Let's put it that way. Recruit, you're actually a proto-gladiator being trained in the Ludus. You're actually kind of getting started. You haven't received the Mark of the Brotherhood or anything like that yet. You haven't received your brand. But at least you are being trained. And then when you receive your Mark of the Brotherhood, they basically take a cattle brand and burn the mark of your house, of your Ludus, your master's name, into your skin. You are now an official gladiator. Okay, so we were on creating a new character for Jen. So Dai Macchieri is the fighter that carries 2 swords, basically dual wields 2 swords, but of course doesn't carry a shield. So I don't know if that's the actual Latin feminization of the title, but that's just what I'm going with for now. All right, so we start off in this game, no matter what, with 1 free dot in all of your attributes. And then you get to add some more depending on your level. So Jen, you are a level 4 character. You get to add 15 on top of these 8.
Okay, I'm about ready to spend the most useless points in the game.
Okay, there are no useless points in this game, but go ahead.
Go ahead and give her 3 more points in aura.
That is not useless. And we'll talk about why if the stream doesn't crash again. Okay, go ahead.
Give her 2 points in society.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 5 out of my 10.
Or 5 out of you have 10 left.
5 out of your 15, yeah. Let's go ahead and give her 2 more in speed, 2 more in power, 2 more in wits, 2 more in resilience. 2, 4, 6, 8.
You've got, I think, 2 more left. Yep.
Yeah. 1 in luck and 1 in guts.
Okay. So real quick for everyone in the stream, power determines pretty much your strength. When you hit, how much damage you do is to a certain extent your power plus your weapon. Speed is how fast you are and how accurate you are with your weapons. So that's going to determine whether or not you hit. Resilience is all of your defense, how tough you are to damage, and also all of your defensive skills. Shield, parry, footwork, etc. That's all based on your resilience. Wits determines your initiative, or helps determine your initiative. It's really important because in this game, winning initiative does not determine who goes first. it determines who gets to go, period, in a given turn. Because once you get attacked, you're on defense. Aura, it sounds kind of silly, like your character's personality. Again, this game is at least 50% about performance and getting the crowd to like you. You can lose all the battles you want and still go up in levels and still increase all your abilities and get good and get better armor, get better equipment, better weapons, if your opponents are never allowed to kill you. Because they can defeat you, but once you get knocked down, and then, it's the old classic thumbs up, thumbs down situation. If you've done good on your performance checks and that you've gotten the crowd to like you, guess what? They're going to give you the thumbs up. They say live, 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 and or it can literally determine whether or not you live or die. Society really doesn't come into play unless you're playing a campaign game and you're going for your freedom. The ultimate prize for most gladiators was winning their freedom. You have to have at least a 4 in society to even start making the rolls to win your freedom. That's when you get the Rudius, the wooden sword, and after that you become a free agent, sort of a gladiator. If you want to keep playing with that character, you can. It is now illegal for the editor of the games, the guy who's actually running, the event in the Coliseum, or in the arena, I should say. The editor of the games, it's illegal for him to give you the thumbs down. He can't kill you. You're a free Roman citizen. You can still get killed just in general combat, but as soon as you give the missio, the fight is over. That's basically as soon as you surrender. As soon as you surrender, the battle's over, and the enemy, and the editor of the games is not allowed to kill you. So society does matter. 1 is a criminal, 2 is a slave, 3 is a valued slave, 4 is you're an actual, a free citizen. And then 5, you're the lowest levels of patrician. You basically, once you hit 5, you're probably ready to start your own ludus. Okay? Luck, for every dot in luck, you can re-roll once during the game. And then for guts, before the battle, before a certain roll that you think is particularly important, you can spend one of your, however many dots you have in luck, you can spend one. That gives you +2 automatic successes for the upcoming roll. So that's what all that stuff means.
You know what? I'm going to bump 1 out of society and put it in guts.
Okay.
We saw enough of her guts. I think she deserves to have a lot of guts.
In the show. No worries at all. Alrighty. So that takes care of, again, now you don't normally start off with this many dots. We're starting this character this fighter at level 4. This character has already been a criminal, been a slave, been a gladiator in training. Now she's picked up level 4. She just got the mark. That literal iron burn on her forearm probably still stings. She probably got it last night. And she's now ready to actually take the sands as an actual gladiator. Okay, so now we put in your arena skills. You get a total of 16 dots in arena skills.
Okay, I'm thinking she's going to have some in sword.
Yep, I would go with that. Just start off with 4.
Yeah.
Cool.
None in spear. None in trident. None in net.
Okay.
Go ahead and give her 2 in unarmed.
Okay.
3 in performance.
Gotcha.
She might pick up a shield, knock that down to a 1. Give her 2 in parry, 2 more in parry. I figure for someone with 2 swords, that's a good one.
You have no shield. Yeah, you have
I know, I have no shield.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You have 3 left for footwork.
Yep.
All right. Now, these Luda skills, guys, you can never have more dots in arena skills than you have in Luda skills. You get 16 more dots in Luda skills. This doesn't matter a lot for this session today, guys, but later on, we're going to have campaign games or certain scenario games where there are special victory conditions. Certain things happen before or after the actual arena combat. You might wind up fighting in the street, Gangs of Rome style. Some of these other skills may come in, but for now, they're kind of just they're just for color. So real quick, Jen, what do we want to put in for Luda skills?
We'll give her 3 in leadership. I might go up to 4. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Business. Go ahead and give her 1. She can keep her purse.
Okay.
She doesn't gamble.
She's a good girl. All right.
Give her 2 in pleasure.
Not that good. Okay. How about dagger?
Keep the 2 in dagger. Give her 2 in animals.
Oh, she's an animal person. That's nice. Okay.
3 in politics. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Give her 2 in training and 1 in corruption.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, dots are spent. Let me do some of the pre-math, just because it makes the game a heck of a lot faster once we get started. Okay, so sword to hit is your speed plus your sword skill. That is 7. For your second strike, it goes down to a 6. Spear, you don't have a spear, so it doesn't really matter for now. Also, you have no dots in the spear. Oops. Okay. No trident, no net. Unarmed. Okay, to hit, it's speed plus unarmed, which is going to be, or plus 1. So speed is 3, unarmed is 2, plus 1 makes 6. Then for second strike, it goes back down to a 5. Nothing in disarm. That's interesting. Performance is fine. Shield. This is to hit somebody with the shield, which you're not carrying. So we'll just leave that alone for now.
You know what? Should I move the 1 in shield to disarm?
Okay. We have to go back to do that. But that's okay. Take that off. This is going to be a 0. A 0, please. This is going to be a 0. This is going to be a 0. Okay, so now to disarm. Disarm is hard. It's kind of like a called shot. So it's speed of 3, disarm of 1. That's a total of 4. Minus 1 is only a 3. But hey, you never know. Damage is S special, because again, you don't do any damage with disarm. You're just taking away somebody's weapons. Okay, shield is fine. Damage. Okay, we have to pick out what kind of sword you want to carry. So let's copy this character sheet super fast over here to the charts. Okay, let's go shopping. You really only have one choice at the moment. Gladius / Sika. Gladius is the straight Roman sword that we all remember from the movies. Sika is a Thracian curved version of that. It doesn't. They do the same thing as far as the game goes. Drusus, you have to be at least a rank 5 to wield a Drusus, because it's a special kind of gladiator sword. And a Spatha, German longsword, you have to be at least rank 7. So now that I look at it, yeah, it's going to be a Gladius. Alright, so that does damage of plus 3. 3 plus your power. So that is 6 for your swords. Now you do have 2 of them. So good deal. Don't worry about spear, trident, net. Unarmed, we don't know, because we don't know what weapons you're carrying or what armor you're carrying yet. Disarmor, shield, parry. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
I'm going to have iron greaves on both arms.
Iron greaves. Greaves / gauntlets. You guys kind of know what I mean. But for people in the chat, alright, cool. So that is going to be 2 on that arm, 2 on this arm for weight. And we'll figure that out later. Okay, so that's 2 and 2. Now that means that iron, it does plus 1 damage. Alright, so now it's power, plus 1. Now we know what kind of power your unarmed combat does. You punch somebody with those, it does 4 damage. Okay, that takes care of the damage row. Let's finish up with the weight. Okay, so you've got 2 points so far. Oops, sorry. You've got 2 swords. That's going to be 4, actually. Because you're carrying, you're dual wielding. So 2 swords for 2 points apiece. And so far, we've got 4 points worth of armor on your arms. So that is so far, what is that, 8 weight points.
Mm-hmm. What's my total weight?
12. It's a combination of these 4 attributes. Speed, power, resilience, and wits. Basically your combat attributes.
I'm seriously debating the no helmet thing, just because of who she is.
Also, no one's going to see how pretty you are, you know.
Exactly. We're gonna go with the braided leather.
Banded leather. No worries.
Banded leather. Excuse me.
All right, so banded leather, that covers 2 areas, area 2 and 3. That's basically your chest and your stomach. So it's going to be 2 apiece. And I think that's maxed out at weight. You're carrying no shield. So it's 2 swords for 4.
Yeah.
3, 4. No, you're already at 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now you can go over in armor, but then you take a penalty to your initiative.
Yeah, but I like having an initiative bonus.
Well, you've officially kissed that goodbye.
I know. So if I go down to leather on the arms, does that take off some weight?
It's gonna have to. Yeah, it goes down to weight of 1. Also, your unspeakables or your unmentionables are unarmored.
Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll knock that down to leather on the arms.
Okay, we've done that.
That means I have the 1 to get a chastity belt.
Okay, I do give everybody so if you look on the chart here, guys, you'll see that the defense and the weight are always the same. It makes the math easier. Until you get down to these cingulum and plated cingulum belts, this is basically what you wear in Area 4 to protect the future of your family, so to speak. You'll see that I do give a break on weight here because nobody likes getting stabbed in that particular spot, man or woman. So the basic cingulum belt gives you 2 protection and costs you 1 weight. So that's 2 there, but that's only 1 weight. So now you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 is your total weight. 7 of it being in armor. So 7 in armor, 4 in weapons gives you a total of 11. You have 12 dots in your physical attributes, which means you have an initiative bonus of +1. You're slightly underloaded.
Good.
And I think that's the character done. So that's how long it takes to make up and all the paperwork is done ahead of time. So this boring part here, guys, just makes the game go smoother later on. Get rid of this. Here's the new completed version. Awesome. So save the file. Now comes the fun part. We get to paint a miniature live on camera. My God, Jim, what do you mean? We wait for Excel to make up its mind what it's doing. Okay, and here is our virtual miniature. Okay, so you're not carrying a shield. Get rid of that. Not carrying a spear. Get rid of that. 2 gladius. So 1 in each hand. Cool. We already know that you are carrying you're wearing the banded armor, so that's fine. You're not carrying a helmet, is that correct?
No helmet, correct.
Off it's going.
Gotta see how pretty she is.
There you go. You are carrying the leather on both arms, though, so... Alright, I don't have the leather ones, that's fine. I don't really have the leather ones on this particular model. Oh, yeah. So you've got armor on both arms, a little bit of armor. Okay. Cool. What color tunic do you want to be wearing? I've got a couple choices. I've got like a yellow, that's kind of like a basic canvas kind of cloth. More of a bright orange, red.
Well, you said your guys were wearing red, yeah?
Mostly, yeah. I can
Keep wearing green. I'll have green be my house color.
Okay. I know your favorite color is purple, but no, you're a slave. And this is wrong. Purple is, you don't get to wear purple. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about your complexion. She's
a white girl.
Oh, she's white as hell? Okay, we got very, very dark complexion. We've got pretty dark complexion. We've got Mediterranean complexion. We've got white girl, and then we've got Irish.
She's Eastern European, northern part of Thrace.
Well, that's still kind of along the Black Sea, so do you want to be that white, or you want to be like more like that?
That's good, that'll do.
Yeah, that's like, normal person white. Like I said, this is white person, this is Irish. Or your average Florida person in the middle of summer, because we don't go outside in the summer. All right, cool. And then we have many choices. Well, not many, but quite a few choices when it comes to hair. So, just so everyone well, we have that. You can do that if you want. You
Nope,
be,
she's not
Ellen,
rocking the Sinead look.
I was gonna say Ellen Ripley in Aliens 3, but
Oh, good, better, more modern reference.
we have a bit of a buzz cut there. Black hair, redhead. Let me just go through them all, Jen. Brown hair, blonde hair, sort of a bob cut. Bob cut different color, bob cut different color, bob cut blonde. So you have quite a few choices here. If we're going with Sura from the show, she
long
has
brown hair.
Well, like long black.
Long black hair, you got it, yeah.
Well, it's up to you. I have black or brown.
No, black.
Okay. Cool. So, are we cool? That's your character?
That works for me.
Sweet. You didn't say this. So there you go, guys. We painted the character. We painted a miniature. Finished figures. Clearly, as you guys can see, oops, maybe not, because I have it on the wrong setting. We have many guys already made up. Plenty of dudes. And women too. All kinds of different ethnicities, all kinds of different weapons loadouts. Criminals that are wearing basically nothing. They give them a rusty sword and tell them good luck. All the way up to, elite gladiators for full Murmillo, like heavy combat infantry. But for now, we are looking at number... I'm not sure why number 50 is showing that way. And we said her name was Sura. Alright, cool. Okay, now we have a customized little virtual miniature for the character. Let's go ahead and put her in the spreadsheet.
Oh, you've got some of the retiarias, I see.
Oh, yeah.
I understand their use, but I'm kind of like Gladiatus' father. I don't really like them.
They're never the most popular class. I've seen players, once they get used to them and they get them up to a certain level and you kind of learn their tactics, they can be deadly. Because the turn sequences, for people in the chat, the turn sequences, you strike, and then the enemy strikes back. That's if you win initiative. If the enemy wins initiative, he strikes you, then maybe you can strike back if you're still standing. And that's a turn. So if you win initiative with a Retiari, that's the guy with the trident in one hand and the net in the other. He throws the net, or he entangles his enemy in the net on this first strike, and then he does no damage with the net, because the net doesn't hurt. It does encumber you. So the normal dice that would be determining damage, what that does instead is that takes off the enemy's resilience. Basically, it tangles him up and it acts as a penalty against his defense for your second strike. So you throw the net, you tangle him up, you bog down his shield, or maybe you low sweep it, you wrap it around his ankles so he can't dodge, or you get a hold of his sword arm, or who knows what. You throw the net on him, basically. And the degree by which you succeed versus his dodge or footwork or parry or whatever is now a penalty against him when you hit him with the trident. And that trident's a big weapon. It's hard to hit with a trident because it's so huge, and but it's incredibly deadly. It's one of the deadliest weapons. In fact, it probably is the deadliest weapon until you get up to Spatha. And again, you have to be level 7 to even pick up a Spatha. So the problem is it's almost impossible to hit with a trident until you get your net on him. So your net is on him. It knocks down his ability to dodge. You hit him with the trident. He doesn't dodge the trident. And once you get a good solid hit with that trident, brother, you're out of gas. You're usually done. It's tough, but if you got the dots and you figured it out and you got the tactics, you got all your points allocated correctly, and you get some pretty good dice, you can start one-shotting people with remarkable reliability. All right, but for now, we are going to reformat the picture. Give me a new size. What we say, this is going to be 2 inches, right? Yep. Cool. Okay, and there's our little figure there. All right, guys, so that's how you create a fighter in Arena of the Damned. Awesome. So we've done that. We've now got quite a few fighters ready to go for today's stream. If my computer catches up. We are talking about my main guy here. This guy is a former soldier. Something happened. His cohort got decimated or disgraced in combat, and now he sort of had to sell himself into slavery to, or at least sell himself into service of a ludus to sort of dig himself out of a hole financially. So he does have some dots in society. He does have dots in leadership and training. He's basically a disgraced veteran. Perhaps unfairly so, and now he's trying to come back. We have my female character, Lucia. Her father was a wealthy patrician until an unfriendly government came to power, either Sulla or Marius, or maybe even Caesar. Basically, when they were running low on money, they would declare rich families that they didn't agree with politically as enemies of the state. They would kill those patricians and seize all their property and sell it off. So she was the daughter of one of those fathers. Her family got pretty much wiped out, and now she is trying to fight her way back into Roman society. And then I've got Cerelium. He's pretty much my my brute Gaul. He's just, kind of a brick. But hey, he's lovable. And his name is basically Blue in Latin. He wears a blue helmet. Nobody even knows his name. He probably can't even speak. He definitely doesn't speak Latin. So they just pretty much just call him Blue. His name is Bernie Blue. So he's there. And we got Jen's character, Polydora. Jen, tell us a little bit about Polydora.
Polydora?
Yep.
She was a thief.
Okay.
Who picked the wrong pocket, and her days of semi-freedom as a, thief on the streets of wherever, Capua, Rome, where are we?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, Capua's
were ended. But she was quick, and they saw something in her, so she ended up in House Hippolyta, a house that specialized in female gladiators.
The gladiatrix.
Yes. The house serves a niche market.
So gladiatrix guys did exist in ancient Rome. They were pretty rare. They're going to be a lot more common in our games because it's fun. Let's be real. But they did exist. Not really in the time period this game covers. A little bit later in the Imperial period, you start seeing more and more of that. Also, they weren't the usual. Usually they weren't just straight out slaves. So if a slave was handy with a sword or just strong or fast or whatever, they might try to train him, and if he showed promise as a gladiator, they turn him into a gladiator. He's still a slave, and he's still going to die a horrible death to the roar of the crowd, but at least now he gets some kind of status. Female gladiators were often the exact opposite. They were rich little princesses trying to get back at daddy. Literally, that's what a lot of them were. Or women who had been divorced, or widows who needed a way to support themselves until they could find a new husband. Again, Rome was an extremely patriarchal society, so yeah, they can't just go out and get a job. If they couldn't get support, they often sold themselves either into this, or acting, or prostitution. And in those days, acting and prostitution were literally the same thing. And we already talked about Sura. So, unless there's anything else you want to say about Sura before we get started?
Well, how she has all of her skills is she was a Thracian general's wife who gave her to the Roman general as a present.
Oh, so you're literally like playing Sura from Spartacus, except Spartacus is evil in this timeline. he didn't come to fight for your honor, he just gave you away.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, so
by
basically
forgiveness for losing a battle, which is why she's got aura and leadership, but she's a slave, so that's why her society's only a 2.
Okay, so we have alternate timeline where Spartacus is super evil, apparently. Alright, awesome, I love it.
Well, instead of marrying Spartacus, she married Spartacus's boss.
That's never good. Alright guys, so we've created characters, we've made the little miniature pieces. The stream seems to be staying up for now, knock on wood. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to bring in my guy, Matrion. And then Jen, did you want to play Polydora, or did you want to try Sura?
Let's try Sura.
Alright, just a quick little one-on-one match. Again, the game is going to seem kind of, not want to say boring, but it's going to seem a little simplistic on one-to-one. The game is definitely scaled to, or I should say it's designed to scale up. Like, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, even 4-on-4 if you want to get ambitious. It's definitely very, very doable.
You usually have to pay extra for action like that.
Oh, okay. All right, so here's my character. Oh, we got to get the right figure on the table. We went through all that work to get the right figure. Okay, let's get Polydora out of there. Cool. Now we have Sura in there. All right, cool. We enter from opposite sides of the arena. Or it looks like we have to enter in from here. We enter in here, and as the editor of the games is calling our name, the game always starts, guys, with a free performance check. In wrestling terms, this is your ring entrance as you're coming down the ramp. All right, so the guy in the Pulvinus, he's the Pulvinus, I should say. He's the editor of the games. He's running the show. He calls out who's going to be the leaders, or who's going to be the fighters in this first bout, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So my guy comes in, they call his name, Matron. I have no title yet because I'm only rank 4. So I get called in, I have to make a performance check, or I get to make a free performance check. So performance is 2, my aura is 2, I add those 2 together, that's a 4. I roll a d6, the whole game runs pretty much on d6s, and I have to get at least an 8+. If I do that, I get a free glory. Oh, that glory is left over from before. So that's back down to 0. Let me not cheat. Alright, so let's see what happens. So Matrion comes in from House of Hydranus. He walks into the crowd, or walks into the arena, he yells at the crowd, he waves his sword over his head. Let's see what happens. I get a 3, which again with my +4 becomes a 7. Basically I walk in, I wave my sword over my head, I do something funny with my shield, and everyone just kind of laughs at me. They're like, yeah, whatever. You know, who's he fighting? Because this guy's not very interesting. All right, Jen. Then we go to your character, who has an aura of 4.
Yeah.
Much sexier than me. Surprise, surprise. And a performance of 3. So 7. You basically automatically get one. In fact, if you, because if you roll a 1 plus your score of 7, you get an 8. You literally can't get. Hold on. There is a rule for this. Net attacks, performance. Okay, 8+, you get 1 glory. If you get a modified 12+, you get 2 glory.
Okay. I created her to be the darling of the arena.
Right.
I don't know if she's always going to win, but I created them to all want her to win.
Well, if she's basically if she's like the princess, and if I do beat her in a fight, the editor of the games probably won't let me kill her. So, all right. Again, D6 plus your number of 7. Good grief, here we go.
6.
Okay, so 6 plus 7 is 13. That beats 12. You get 2 glory. So I walk in like a wet fart. Matrion of House of Hydranus. Boo. People are throwing lettuce at me and shit. Tomato bounces off my shield. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Fuck y'all. And then Jen comes in and gets a huge pop. The whole crowd goes wild, and people are tearing down the arena. They're super into it. All right, so we know who the crowd favorite is. I guess I'm the heel of this match. All right.
Hey, well, seriously, imagine Sura walking into an arena with 2 swords.
I know who I'd be rooting for. What was the actress played her? Erin Cummings back in like 2010. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, but moving forward. All right, so we face off, and now it's time to fight. All right, so beginning turn 1. Catch up on the chat. Okay, the chat's good to go. Guys, hopefully the stream is more stable. It looks like it is. Awesome. Very glad. Oh, man. Sorry about those earlier problems. I may have to edit something together. So I'm very glad all you guys came out, and hopefully you guys are interested in this kind of game. Okay, so here we go with a initiative check. Okay, so initiative is basically your wits plus a d6 plus any bonuses. I have wits of 3. No bonuses because I have 13 total points for load-bearing capacity. I'm carrying 13 points, so I come out right even on the money. So basically I roll a d6 plus 3. You roll a d6 plus 3, but because you're slightly underloaded, you get a +1 on initiative. So long story short, we both roll a d6. You add 1 to your result.
Just 1? Okay.
Yep, I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 4.
A 4 becomes a 5 because you're underloaded, but I still beat that. I have initiative.
Oof, this is gonna hurt.
All right,
She may
pretty
be
girl.
pretty, but you're gonna make her pay.
Let me not get too creepy here. But yeah, he lunges forward and he is going to attack. All right, so I'm going to try to get historical with it and see if it works. It might not, but I'm going for it. All right, so the way the turn sequence works, guys, once you determine who has initiative, the attacker for that turn gets what's called a first slash and a second slash, and then at the end of that, there's a third slash where the defender becomes the attacker and gets to strike back a little bit. So it's, slash, ping, and then, there's a little bit of a, jump on the back foot, and the other person, comes back. It seems a little choreographed. That's by design. These people are trained. This is as much a dance as it is an actual battle. This is not, Roman legionnaires in the mud of Gaul or, in the forests of Germany, fighting the barbarians. This is a spectacle put on for show. So the training is very, very choreographed. The sword sequences are very, very pre-planned. Everyone kind of knows what's going on. So let's go ahead and get started. In this particular attack, I'm going to start with a shield bash. So I have a big shield, and I'm pretty good with it. My idea is to hit her with a shield bash, get her off balance, and then stick her in the gut with the gladius. Let's see if it happens. So my shield bash is an 8. I roll a d6 plus an 8. Jen, are you going to try a shield? You can't do a shield. Nope. You have to either parry or footwork.
And what? Okay, I know footwork is basically dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
Parry would be what? I knock the shield away with my sword?
Yeah, so you're either blocking. So shield is you block the incoming attack with your shield. You do. Okay, so everyone in the chat, these are your 3 defenses: shield, parry, and footwork. Right here in these 3 cells. If you choose shield, which Jen is not an option because she's not carrying a shield, but if you choose shield, you are accepting that you are going to be hit. You've made peace with that. Your object at that point, so the attack automatically hits. It's, did you get the shield in the way in time? Parry is kind of similar. You're just trying to deflect the enemy's blow a little bit. So it's part dodge and part block. You're trying to kind of skip the enemy's attack off to the side with your own weapons. It's a little tougher to do, but again, you're not automatically being hit. If I roll, doesn't matter if I roll good or bad, it doesn't matter if I drop my weapon, doesn't matter if I piss my pants. No matter what happens, if she picks shield for defense, I've already hit. It's pretty easy though, and you get lots of defense bonuses and so on and so forth. That's why people carry shields in these days. But that's the trade-off. Parry, you're actually trying not to get hit. You're trying to glance the enemy's weapon aside. So it's a little bit tougher. You don't get that +1 bonus that you do for shield. And you don't get the defense bonus of the shield itself. In fact, if you get a really bad roll, your weapon could break. Like if you put your sword in front of my shield and I do really well, I could break one of your swords. And that could be the end of the game right there. Footwork is the toughest of all. You actually get a -1 on that. But that's literally, I'm going to sidestep the blow. And it's going to miss completely. It's not going to hit my shield. It's not going to hit my weapon. I'm just not going to be there. And I'm going to thunder past and going, which way did she go? And then you're not behind me. So those are your 3 choices. Really, I say 2 choices because, again, you don't have a shield or any dots in shield. So are you going to go for parry or footwork? Short version, footwork is tougher but more rewarding. Parry, the opposite.
Yeah, I'm going to go with footwork for right now.
Okay, so footwork is -1. So that is your, again, we already did all the math, guys. It's resilience plus, we got a number wrong. It should be resilience plus footwork -1. That should be a 5 instead of a 6.
5, right?
In fact, I can fix it now. Yay. Editable spreadsheets. All right, cool. So you get to roll a d6, add 5. I roll a d6, I add 8.
Okay, let me roll first since I don't have a camera. I rolled a 4 plus 5 is 9.
8 plus 5 is 13.
Ooh, ow.
So it does get through.
Yep.
So I'm sorry, your finish was a 9? Your final
9,
number?
yes.
Versus parry. If the margin is above a 4, ooh, I almost broke your sword. I almost broke your sword. So my final number was 13. Your final number was 9. I beat you by 4. If I beat you by more than 4, like I said, 4 plus, the weapon breaks. I should change that to read greater than sign 4. So I almost broke one of your swords.
Sorry, even if it was a footwork and not a parry?
Oh, it was footwork. Sorry, never mind. Forget it. Forget I said that.
That's okay. If it had been parry, you would have almost broken my sword.
You're right. You're totally right. All right, cool. So the shield bash hits you.
Okay.
All right. My power on the shield bash isn't that great because it's not an edged weapon. It only does 4 points. But it's going to be 4 dice for that. Okay, and then I beat her by 4, so I get to add the margin for that. Oh, I'm running out of dice. It's a total of 8 dice. I'm rolling for damage now, 4 plus. Didn't do that much damage. Then again, it is only a shield bash. I only did 2 levels of damage.
Okay, and then I roll my resilience.
Yep.
Okay. And I want 4 ups as well, correct?
Yep, it's always 4 up.
So 3 dice, looking for 4 ups. I got 2.
Okay, so I only did 2 levels of damage. You soaked 2 levels of damage. So it wound up doing no damage, but just to see, it hit you in the chest anyway, where you do have some armor. So the armor would have absorbed it anyway. So basically, I just knock her back a little bit with my shield bash. Didn't do any damage. I pressed the attack. I'm now going in with a sword strike. So, people in the chat, the reason why some of these weapons have 2 numbers is, again, first slash, second slash. We want to encourage players to try different tactics and not just literally hammer away at the enemy's shield with your sword. Ping, 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 ping. You can do it if you want. It's not a terribly valid tactic. Number 1, it's boring in gameplay. Number 2, it bores the crowd. You don't. Again, this is 50% a combat game, 50% a performance game, or it's almost a sporting game. You don't want to bore the crowd. So if you just start hammering away on the guy's shield, or in this case her swords, or basically, whatever, the crowd's going to get bored. However, this was my first strike with the sword. So I get 2 slashes. If I stroke with the sword both times, my second one, I take a little bit of a penalty there. My number's only a 6. Here, because I shield bashed first, it didn't really work, but I shield bashed first, and then I went ahead and did the attack. My first strike it's my first strike on my second slash. I get to roll the full 7. So, 7, plus a d6, my attack is a 13. Okay, I probably should have made you declare what you're doing for your defense on that.
Yeah, there's really nothing I can do.
Well, you got to pick one.
I am going to parry,
Okay.
and I'm going to spend a guts.
Okay, cool.
But I'm doing... Well, even if I get... The highest I can get is a 10. You're hitting.
Well, we'll see what happens. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to spend a guts to parry.
I already got that. So, okay, we got parry. 4. You automatically get 2 successes already because you spent the gut point. And now you are going to roll a d6 plus 4.
I rolled a 5 plus 4 is 9.
Plus 4 is 9. Plus 2 from the guts is 11.
Okay.
I scored a 15. A 13. I still hit.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So that was versus a parry. Damage versus parry. Attacker didn't win the roll. No hit scored. I did get an attack versus parry. If the margin was, again, over 4, which it wasn't, the margin came out to only 2, so I did not break her weapon. All right, cool. So it's going to be damage of my sword, which is 6 dice. The Gladius doesn't play, and my margin was 2. So a total of 8 dice. A little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of damage. Roll your 3 dots in resilience.
2.
Okay, so now I'm down to 2. Let's see where it hit. 6. 6 is the shield arm, or your left arm. where you have 1 point of armor. So I'll zoom in a little bit so it's easier to see. So the body is divided into 10 sections. I just rolled a 6 on my d10 right there. So the hit is there. I did 4 levels of damage. She soaked 2 with her resilience, and the armor took 1. We really should have done that in reverse. The armor takes 1, so now it's down to 3. You soak 2. It comes out the same way.
Yeah.
But that is 1 point of damage on your arm.
First blood.
First blood's been drawn. The crowd roars, yeah, I saw a little bit of blood. In fact, let's go ahead and splash. Here's a little bit of blood on the board. Oh no! All right, so that was a hit. Okay, I should probably put on different music for this. Give me a second, guys. Let me know if the new music is too loud. All right. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely too loud. Give me a second. Whoa.
It was a dramatic crescendo.
There it is. Okay, now it's real. All right.
Now You
it's
made her bleed on her arm, yeah?
Oh yeah.
So, a la Gannicus, season 0.
Oh, hell
now
no.
she's pissed.
You're not gonna stick your swords in the ground and come beat
No,
me
she's
with
not that
your-
stupid
okay.
or that good. But, okay. Now she's pissed. You made me bleed, you ass.
Yeah. Anyway, it's third slash. It's up to you. It's basically your turn.
Oh yeah, those swords are coming right at him.
Bring it. I am declaring shield as my defense.
So,
That's why I got my
I
scutum.
will-
That's the classic big Roman. I mean, you guys know what a scutum is. If you're watching this stream, you probably know what a scutum is. But just
So-
in case, it's the classic rectangular Roman shield, curved with a nice big bashing stud in the middle. So, I suddenly grew my
All
guy
right.
because. All right.
I was gonna say, is he the Shadow of Death there?
I did make a stupidly white version of the complexion on the male character in case anyone wants to play Theocles. Who would be
All right.
like a level 15 gladiator, by the way. I've actually done the math on that.
Well, they said he'd earned his freedom. He wasn't a slave.
Well, he wasn't a slave. Also, okay, so when the reason I say that, when in season 1 Spartacus Blood and Sand he actually appears, he only appears in 1 episode. He's fighting Crixus, who is champion, and Spartacus, who is not quite champion. So if we look on the chart, the game could support it. Champion of Capua is level 8. Just beneath him is Spartacus. Spartacus is not champion yet. This is the fight that makes him champion. This is where he levels up. But at the moment, it's 7 and 8, and the battle is supposed to be super close. They were worried about the other one were going to survive. Like, is this battle even going to be, Basically, their lives were absolutely not guaranteed. In fact, Crixus spends most of the rest of the season recovering from life-threatening injuries. He was basically going to die for the next 3 episodes. Basically, it should be an even battle. So, Theocles, according to this game, should be a level 15 gladiator. He's 5 levels above immortal. A serious badass, to put it mildly.
All right, so to use my sword, I
Yep.
roll a d6 plus 7, since it's only reverse slash, correct? All right.
Yes.
Come on, Sarah. You got a good pop when you walked in, and then you got lost initiative. Got hit twice. Come on, girl.
Well, that shield bash got you dizzy, and then
Yeah.
I followed up.
Come on, 6. 5. I'll take it. A 5.
Okay, so 5 plus your 7 is 12. Okay, I got to. I'm taking a shield. So number 1, no matter what, I've been hit.
Yep.
Cool. So is that my knockdown number? My knockdown number. We'll see if she actually knocked me down on my ass with that. It is resilience plus the rating of my shield, which is 8. You got a grand total of what now? Ooh,
7 plus 5, 12.
that's a knockdown. My knockdown number, I think, is 11. 3 plus 3 plus 5. Yep, that's a knockdown. So even if it doesn't hit, even if it doesn't get through the shield, I just got knocked down on my ass. All right, cool. Now let's see what happens. My shield's pretty good. Defense
know.
is a 7. All right. Oh, he's a Roman legionnaire.
Exactly.
He's used to it. All right,
Gotta
so
roll
a
less than a 5.
D6. Where's my camera? Okay, cool. Here's my
Fingers
camera.
crossed.
Here I go. A 2. Oh no. Okay, so that is 2 plus 7. My final number is a 9. Your final number was a 12. You beat me by 3.
Yes. Okay, let's see where.
Hold on. Damage versus shield. D6 is equals total attacker score. You need 4 pluses. So you roll 12 D6s.
12 d6s.
Because the shield, when you beat me on the roll, that designates that the shield did not get in the way.
Oh, okay.
So now I got nothing but armor. Armor and bone. So 12
All right.
D6s.
12 d6s. 4 ups. Ugh, you're gonna live through this, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. I'm spending a guts point on my resilience check. So my resilience is 3. I automatically get 2 successes. Actually, hold on. Roll a d10. Let's see where this is first.
Where this hits. Okay. It is in 7.
7. Okay, I definitely want to spend because I have no armor on 7. All right, cool. So you said 5, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it's 5. I already absorbed 2 because of my guts check.
Okay,
Now I get
that's
to
down
roll
3.
3 in resilience. I'm going to go ahead and spend a luck point to re-roll that. Oh, was I not even showing the camera? That was a 1, 2, and a 3. It was a shitty roll. So I'm spending a luck point to re-roll it. Okay, save. Plus 2
No damage.
for my plus 2 for my guts point. It cost me some of my expendable attributes, but yeah. Now I'm still on my ass, so that's a bad thing. All right, now we roll initiative for turn 2.
Yep.
Again, everything's the same except you get to add 1 to the die roll.
Okay. Does being on your butt affect your initiative?
No.
No. Okay. I rolled a 4 plus 1 is 5.
Okay, you won initiative, and I have not yet gotten up. So now being on my ass matters.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not a good situation for me. I'm flat on my back in the sand. I just lost initiative, and she's like literally charging on top of me. Normally that's a good thing. Here, not so much.
All right, we're gonna go brute again. Two swords.
No. All right, cool. Go for it. My shield
First
is up.
attack.
No,
First attack.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
First attack, so it's still the 7 value.
Yep.
So I d6 plus 7.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, meanwhile, while you're doing that, people in the chat, I get my normal 7 of shield. However, when you're on knockdown, you get a -2 to your roll. So basically, my roll for now goes from my d6 plus 7 to a d6 plus 5. Oh, God. I'm going to not spend a guts point.
Before
you
you
go.
roll.
Don't worry about it. I got a 6 plus my 5 is an 11.
Okay. -2 because you're knocked down.
No, I already took off the 5. Or I already took off the 2.
So I rolled a 6. That was the little scream you heard in the background.
Okay.
6 plus 7 is 13.
Okay,
So I beat you by 2.
You only beat me by 2. All right, cool. So go ahead and roll your 13, 4 plus.
13, so hold on, 3.
Jeffrey
6,
Tail,
9.
being knocked down does not affect your initiative. However, if I had 1 initiative, I get no first action. My first action is I have to get up. And there's a rule for that down here in... so, where are we at here? To disarm... No? Oh, recover from knockdown. D6 plus footwork. Defense, I need at least a modified 6 up. So, it does affect initiative in a roundabout way. It doesn't matter because I lost initiative in this case. But even if I had 1 initiative, my first action would have been pretty much getting rid of this knockdown counter, which means I lose half my turn, just getting up off my ass.
7.
All right, so 7d10 to see where it hit. See if I have any armor there.
9.
Okay, that's my lower leg. Yep, this is not good. Guts point. I'm gonna run out of guts points here soon. All right, gut point is gives me 2 automatic successes, and then my resilience of 3. Turn on the camera. What was the total number of successes you got?
7.
Plus 2. I wonder if I should spend a luck on that. I'm gonna spend my last gut point.
Luck point.
No, gut point.
Oh, okay.
So now it's 2 plus 2 plus the 2 successes.
So that's only 1 damage they get through.
Yeah, but see, if I don't do it, guys, I know that sounded crazy. If I don't do it, like once I lose a whole leg section, I'm hobbled. And the game goes south real fast after that. Alright, I'm definitely losing now. Cool, go ahead with your second slash. I'm still down.
And it's going to be sword again. I know she loses one, but
Okay.
that's her weapon.
Alright.
Of course, if she wanted to draw it out, she could try for another glory point, but she's not quite that crazy. You made her bleed. Now
Oh,
she
that
wants
reminds
to
me.
hurt you.
I've been hit now as well. Splat. Alright, cool. See how much blood we can splatter on the map before this game's
Yep.
over.
So D6 plus 6 this time.
Okay.
Didn't roll as well. 4 plus 6 is only 10.
My D6 adds 7, except now it's only 5 because again I'm still knocked down. 5 plus 5 is 10.
So
You got a 10?
it's a wash. Yeah.
Cool, no hit. On to third action. Alright, now it affects my initiative because I have to get up off my ass before I can do anything. So my whole third action is going to be to recover unless I score really well on this. I just looked at this. Third slash, recover from knockdown. 1d6 plus footwork defense. A 6 plus is needed. So my footwork defense is a 5. My footwork defense is a 5. I need a 6 plus, so I automatically am going to get up. But I'm going to roll to see if it requires my whole action. So my footwork defense is a 5. I need a 10 plus, and if I roll, basically if I roll a 1 up, which hello I will, I get up. It's just going to be my whole action. If I score a 5, naturally, then my total number becomes a 10 plus. I can still take an action. I basically kip up out of the sand. So we'll see if that happens. Either way, I'm getting up. I just don't get to attack. Unless I roll really well here. A 2, so no. He basically spends the rest of his action getting up and scrambling back. I do lose the... Oop, I don't lose that. I do lose the knockdown counter. And I'm now at least stood up again. Alright, begin turn 3 with initiative.
Okay. Plus
6,
1.
you add 1. I got a
Only a 4.
I have initiative. Alright, so he basically kind of does a backward somersault, bounces up off his heels, and he's coming in for another shield bash. And I'm no longer knocked down, so I've got my regular abilities. No wound penalties. Okay, cool. Alright, so I go to my shield bash, which is an 8. D6 plus 8.
And she's going to roll her D6 plus 5 footwork. She rolls a 5 plus 5 is 10.
I got an 11.
Okay.
So I did hit for 1.
Yep.
Now that was with footwork? Okay, cool. So it's just 1 was the margin. The damage on the shield bash is only a 4, because again, it's not an edged weapon. So it's going to be a grand total of 5. Ugh. 2 successes on body part. Wait, in the face.
Ooh.
Shield bash to the face.
Bloody
No
nose
armor.
now.
Boom. All right, now you do get 3 in resilience.
Yep. Alrighty. 2.
Okay, so I scored 2. You got 2 successes on your resilience check. That was no damage.
Oh, no. Sorry. Only 1 success.
Okay, cool. I
I was looking at the wrong dice.
did bash her in the grill a little bit with my my shield. Ping!
Now I got a bloody nose.
You are a little too pretty. Not anymore. Now you look like you actually belong in the arena. Alright, cool. Second strike is going to be the sword. So here comes the Gladius again. Sword is the wrong character. Wrong fighter. My first strike with the Gladius, so it is d6 plus 7. Are you choosing parry or footwork?
I'm choosing footwork and spending a guts.
Cool. Alright, so let me mark that off.
So you said the guts is 2 automatic successes?
2 automatic
already?
successes, yep.
Okay. So then I do 5 plus a d6. 5. This dice likes rolling 5. I'm going to set this one aside.
5 plus 5
is 10, plus 2 is 12.
12. Alright, I don't think I'm going to beat that with a Gladius, but you never know. Especially not with a 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. So that was with footwork, right?
Yep.
That was a clean miss. Alright, that's my 2 actions. It's now your turn for a third slash.
Alright. She's coming out with the sword. She's gonna like dodge past you and is gonna turn around and try and like get you in the back of the neck.
Yeah, so you like sidestepped, I kind of charged past. Ooh! And now, it's time for an attack.
Okay. Let's get out the blood dice.
Oh, yeah, guys, the whole arena map is a little silly for only 2 fighters. When you get like 2 teams of 4 or something like that, it becomes a little bit more important. Here, it's just here pretty much for visuals. What's going on these cards is much more important. Okay.
Trying to decide if I want to spend my last guts point. Nah, I'll save it for a life-saving point.
Spoiler alert, I would always save my last luck point for editor of the games. Because I might lose, and then the editor of the games is going to thumb up or thumb down. I save my last luck point for the editor of the games. It's okay to lose in this game, just don't want to die.
Okay, 7 plus 6. Come on, 6. I rolled a 4 plus 7 is 11.
Okay, shield as always. 8. Luck point to re-roll that. Jesus Christ. 10. What did you get?
11.
Alright, 11 dice. My shield sucks. I need more points in shield. Oh, let me, before I forget, spend that luck point. Alright, go ahead and roll your 11 dice. 4 ups.
8, 10, 11. Okay. It looks like, ooh, damn, she angry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 6s plus 2 4s.
So just
7.
Okay, 7. Give me a D10 to see where.
7.
Oh, that's right in the leg. Alright, I don't think I can save that even if I spend a luck. You got 7, right?
Yep.
I'm going to roll 3. Now I've lost that leg no matter what I do. I have no guts point. Even if I spend another luck point, I'm still not going to beat 3. So I'm not going to spend anything. Plus, it's my last luck point. But let's just go through it. That's 2. I need some armor on my legs is what I need. Alright, so that's 5 points of damage on my leg. I only have 4 points of damage there. So that is the leg pretty much taken care of. Just make a big dot there. Oops, wrong way. Alright, cool. So that leg is out. I am now what's called hobbled. There's a -2 on me for the rest of the game. So how you can lose this game, guys, is, number 1, you can be killed. How you get killed in this game is you lose all the dots in one of your core areas. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Lose all the dots in the core area, you are dead. Editor of the games has nothing to do with it. You died right there on the sand. Okay? The other way you can lose is if you fall unconscious, like you're kind of at your opponent's mercy. If you lose all the dots in 2 of your bodily areas. So basically you lose either arms or upper leg or lower legs. So far I've lost 1 entire bodily area. Not so happy about that. But I'm still okay. She does 2 more points of damage in number 9. I'm not so okay. The other way you can lose is if you lose a total number of bubbles equal to triple your resilience. So I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 9. Then you just pass out from blood loss and shock. That's pretty much the end of the battle. So you can die the death of 1,000 cuts, or you can lose 2 bodily parts that aren't core areas, or you can lose 1 core area. That's why you always put armor there first. Once that happens, that's pretty much the end of the game. Okay. So I've now lost 1 complete body area, or like one of my legs. So if you lose either of your arms, you obviously lose that shield or that sword. If you lose one of your legs sections, you're now considered hobbled. So that basically my right leg is kind of useless right now. I'm kind of limping and hopping around on one leg, clearly at a huge disadvantage. Like I needed any more disadvantages. So that was your. Where were we on that?
That was my third. That was my return.
So we now begin a new turn. Sweet.
Yeah.
5 plus, well, 5. Add 1 to your roll.
3 plus 1 is 4. You beat me.
Sweet. Okay, so I'll put a big blood splash for that one. Now, unfortunately, all my attacks and defenses are at -2. So nothing is. I'm not
Good.
doing
I
well.
need that.
What are you talking about? You're so winning this game.
By the grace of guts points and running away.
I'm out of gut points. You got 1 left. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and
Why do I have Tub Thumper going through my head right now?
When
I
I-
get knocked down.
when I
but
get up,
again.
when I get up, I make a big show about how badly wounded I am, but I power through it. Long story short, I'm gonna make an aura plus performance check. It is 4. I need a 4 up. 5. I get a glory point. The crowd is like, look at how tough that badass motherfucker is. Goddamn, his leg is almost chopped off and he's still in it. He's awesome. That's going to make a difference when I lose this fight, which I suspect I will. Because what you do is you take a base number, you subtract your rank, and how much glory was in this match. And then you have to get that number to get the thumbs up. Otherwise, Sura gets the order and puts me to the sword. And that's the end of Mr. Matrion. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so where are we at here? Okay, that was my first impulse, or my first slash. My second slash, I'm going to go ahead and do an attack.
I'm going to dodge again.
Okay, so footwork. My attack is normally +7. It's now down to +5. So D6 +5. I really need a good roll here.
And I am also a D6 plus 5.
I get a 1. Oh!
I get a 2.
All right, you did still beat me though.
So I just dodged right past.
Yep. I gotta get better at footwork. The shield is not helping. The problem with shield is, again, because you're accepting the
heavy.
blow. Once you're accepting the blow, if the shield misses, or I should say, if the sword misses the shield, you're in a lot of trouble because you didn't dodge. Okay, so those were my 2 attacks. Over to you.
All right. Let's swing those swords again.
All right.
So D6 plus 7.
Yep.
Come on.
D6 +5.
Yeah. Only a 4 plus 7.
I mean, only a 4. That's an above-average roll.
Well,
I'm happy to get a 4.
I wanted a 4 plus, so 4 plus 7 is 11.
All right, go ahead and make your roll. 11 dice.
Aren't you gonna, your shield gonna?
I literally just, Jen, you're looking at the die roll right there.
Oh, okay.
You moan and bitch about a 4. I'm happy to get a 4, and because I'm wounded. Hold on, I have. It's a 7. Yeah, I only get a 9 because my 7 got reduced to a 5 because I'm hopping around on one leg.
So 11.
Yep.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Well, apparently my dice took pity on you.
It's about time. You haven't had a bad roll yet.
Only 4 successes.
Only 4 out of 11. Well, that's slightly less than average. All right, roll a d10 because we have to know where this is.
A 6.
My shield arm. Okay, I do have a little bit of armor there. All right, so what'd you say, 4?
Yes.
Down to 3 because of the armor. Now I have 3 resilience. Come on, give me a break for once. There you go. So 4 minus 1 because I do have leather gauntlets on my shield arm. So her 4 got reduced to 3, and then with these 2 successes, I saved for 2. So I basically wind up taking 1.
Bing.
Cool. Still in it. Next initiative. I don't remember how many turns this is.
Neither do I.
6. Beat that.
Oh, I can't. I only rolled a 3.
Sweet.
Plus 1 is 4, so you beat me by 2.
Shield. Actually, no. They're both equally bad. Yeah, I'm going to go with shield first. So my 8 gets reduced to a 6. 6. Ooh, my camera's out of focus. Come on, camera. That is. Please get in focus, Mr. Camera.
Footwork.
What do you say? There you go. Cool. So d6 plus 6 for me. Come on, man. All right, you missed. Second attack, Gladius. There we go.
Right.
So that is 7, which is reduced to 5. 12 is my total. Sorry,
Right.
10's my total.
Footwork again. Crappy ass roll. I only got a 7.
Cool, I hit you for 3, finally. All right, so let's see where that was. 9, the lower leg.
Oof.
Okay, so no armor there.
No armor there.
Choppity chop. My damage is 6, and I beat you by 3, I think. Yes?
Correct.
All right,
Yes.
no armor. Oh, shit for damage. 2.
All right, let's see if my resilience of 3 can absorb any of that, because I got no armor. I only absorbed 1.
All right, so it's 1 point of damage. Yeah, I'm just, like, once in a while I get a little chip and pain. Okay, so the shield missed and the sword did 1 point of damage. Onward to you for third slash.
All right. Trying to decide between being effective and being theatrical.
Well, let me know, and then we'll do the dice.
I'm gonna go theatrical.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and like armbar you unarmed across the face. I'm not gonna hit you with my sword. I'm gonna try and.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a performance check. You're actually going to... Are you just taking it easy on me, or are you...
No, I'm trying to think of the game. Same thing over and over and over and over again. The crowd's gonna get boring.
Well,
But then again,
it's the one bad thing about Di Macchiari. You don't have a shield.
yeah. Nope,
So-
nope. She's gonna use 2 swords. She's
Okay.
gonna use 2 swords.
Now, when it's your initiative,
Oh, I'm gonna do a performance.
then you can either do a performance or you can do like a kick, like an unarmed attack, then knock
Yeah.
the guy out balance and then hit him
Yeah.
or something like
I'll
that.
I'll do my swords right now if I can
Okay.
ever win initiative. All right. So D6 plus 7. 4 again. 4 plus 7 is 11.
Righty. Oh shit. 6
Ooh.
plus. Now I'm reduced. 6 plus 5 is an 11.
11. So a wash.
Okay, well, it's
For
still
damage.
hit. Because, again, shields, you got hit.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not the shield was in the way. For the first time in the game, the freaking shield was in the way. All right, so what was your total number?
11.
Roll your 11 dice. The only difference is the first 5 don't count.
Ah, okay.
Because I got 25 pounds of scutum in the way.
Might want to have a doctor take a look at that.
That's, no. There's no R in the word, Jen. It's, brush up on your classical history.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, so the shield took the first 5. The sixth one gets through. Roll a d6 to see, or I'm sorry, d10 to see where it was.
9.
Again, she's going for that leg. I did get the shield in the way though, but it's kind of poking through the plywood of the shield. 3 resilience points. I did not make it, so I took 1 point of damage. Jesus Christ! I don't want to hear you crying about your dice, Jen. You roll an above average roll, and you say it's no good. Meanwhile, look at this.
I'm greedy.
Well, it's. I actually get a success, and I still take damage. Either that, or my shield rolls are broken. So we'll work on that later. Okay. That concludes the turn.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking, since it was a wash.
No, Jen, that's not how it works. We've kind of
Alright.
gone over that. If you hit the shield, if the enemy chooses, if your target chooses shield for a defense, you automatically hit, no matter what.
Okay.
It's not even a question. It's just, can you punch through the shield? Now,
Okay,
I
I
did get
got
the
it.
shield in a way. I did, but then of course, you got another fantastically awesome, statistically improbable roll, where you had 10 dice and you got 6 successes.
I had 11 and I got 5.
No, you couldn't have gotten 5. Did you get 5 or did you get 6?
No, I got 5.
You told me you got 6.
Sorry, I got 5.
Well, 5.
When I said 5.
The Scutum shield is only 5, so nothing got
Okay,
through.
then none got through.
Well, no, now that's a rules mistake and another problem with the stream. So, no worries.
All right.
All right, no, that's fine. It's fine. I mean,
If I said 6, I apologize. I'm sitting here staring at 5 dice.
cool. No worries. I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna complain about not taking damage. All right. All right. So now it's back to initiative.
Okay.
Okay, that was on camera that time. 6 plus, 6. Basically, you have to.
I
get,
only rolled a 3.
All right, so I win initiative again.
Yep. I'm getting tired.
I'm wearing her down, guys. Not really though. I'm bleeding out from all over the place. Okay, here we go with another shield bash. Actually, I'm gonna make another performance check because I still feel like I'm gonna lose this game, and I want to have some protection from the editor of the games. Boom, that's a success. 3 plus 2 plus 2 all comes out to more than 8. So that is, oops, another point of glory. Also, this is basically experience points. So guys, again, what we designed, or what I tried to design into the game is, again, it's 50% combat, 50%, playing to the crowd. This is a borderline role-playing game, at least in the, it's not really a role-playing game, but you do get to build up your character. And you do need experience points for that, and you do have to build it up over time. So at least half of this game is what you're doing between the games. So I'm building up this guy's experience points. Basically, at the end of this game, whatever I get here in this glory box, that didn't sound right. Whatever I get in this cell gets added to this cell. That's my new experience points total. Once I hit a certain level, I go up to level 5, and I get a bunch of new points to spend. Here's the short version. Okay, so my second slash is going to be the sword.
Okay.
D6 plus normally a 7 down to a 5.
I only got 8.
I hit
Good
with
work.
1. I hit with 1.
Okay.
4 plus my modified 5 because I'm missing a leg, or one of my legs is really badly hurt. Yeah, you rolled a modified 8.
Yeah.
Cool, I hit. Awesome.
Well, your
And-
speed is better than mine to begin with, so.
Number 8, I hit in your other thigh. Oh
Right.
no, you can't aim for Aaron Cummins' thighs. That's not cool. All right, that's the end of the creepy part of the stream. But there is no armor there, so now
Nope.
it's 1 plus the damage of the weapon is 6. Basically a D. Wait a minute. This was a footwork save, right?
Yes.
Versus footwork. D6 equals margin. Attacker score. I only beat. Okay, so you almost got out of the way. I only beat you by 1.
Correct.
All right, cool. So it's 1. Oh man, that rots. 1 plus the damage of the weapon is 6, so 7 dice. That's what I was forgetting. That's all right. I'll catch up eventually. All right, give me a good roll for once. There. No, still only 2. Look at this. I haven't gotten a decent damage one yet. Only 2 damage points.
Maybe because you're picturing Aaron coming, so I don't know.
It is a pretty thigh. I feel bad damaging it.
I only got 1, so 1 got through.
1 point of damage.
I might get to that more than triple my resilience before the game's over.
You're 4 out of 9, yeah. All right, over to you for your attack.
I gotta kill you. I don't know. I'm pissed.
Why you gotta kill me?
I gotta kill you. I gotta take you down.
Yeah, you have to win, sure. Please don't kill me if you don't have to.
Okay, I gotta take you down.
By the way, guys, just in case you're wondering, when the missio, or I'm sorry, when the editor of the game says let him live, you are not allowed to kill him anyway. Because now you're destroying a Roman citizen's property. If the crowd and the editor of the games gives them the thumbs up, and if you went ahead and killed him anyway, you're going to be on a cross by the end of the day. Trust me. So in the game, it's literally not allowed.
Double swords of 7 plus a d6, which I roll a... My dice have crapped out. I only rolled a 3.
Would you want to get 7 out of 8 successes instead of 8?
Suck it.
Oh!
I rolled a 3 plus 7, that's only 10. You and your massive compensation shield. Go ahead and block it.
I have to roll a d6 plus 5. I could miss this. Knowing me, I probably won't. Oh, not with a 6. There you go. Clunk. Okay, so what'd you get a total? You said 10?
10.
All right, roll your 10 dice. It's the problem. Yeah, the shield is nice when it works. The problem is you're always getting hit. So Jin's rolling a lot of damage dice this game.
All right. Let's see.
What's the total out of 4 plus?
5.
All right, the shield takes it. The shield has 5 damage points. Sweet. All right, beginning of the next turn.
Come on, give me initiative. 6.
Yeah, you got it this time. I only got a 2, so yeah, you totally won initiative this time.
Okay.
All right, your first action.
Performance.
Go for it. Your performance roll is stupid high. Aura plus performance, that is 7. D6 plus 7 is what you're rolling.
5 plus 7 is 13.
5 plus 7 is not 13.
It's not, it's 12.
All right, it doesn't matter because once you get 12 or above, you get 2 points. That is 4. Crowd loves you.
Now I have to follow the crowd's love with actually doing some damage.
That would be, no you don't, because my shield says no. I literally have the word no scratched in the front of my shield.
I'm blowing my last guts point.
Oh no! Alright, so her next sword strike gets 2 automatic successes.
Yep. So 6 plus 7. Okay, that's a 5. Plus 7 is
12.
12. Plus 2 is 14.
Oh no, I don't think I can beat that. I don't think I can, even if I roll a 6. The best I can get is an 11. So, no, I can't beat it. Alright, so what'd you say? You had how much? 13?
14.
14?
Because of the guts.
Yeah.
That was my last gut, so.
So, roll 14 dice.
Well, is your shield gonna...
It doesn't help. I can't beat it.
14.
I'm not 100% sure if those shield rules are broken. I may revisit that later.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing.
Wow, nice.
5.
5. Roll a d10 to see where it was.
8.
My other thigh, okay? So here comes a resilience check. 3 resilience. All 3 successes.
So that's
2 on the 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 1 blood point left. I'm getting real pale. It's getting kind of chilly. Oh, and of course that doesn't work. Come on. There we go. So a net 2 points. I'm about ready to give the Missio. Come on. I'm about ready to give the Missio here.
At least I scored some blood after doing my performance. It would be really cheesy to do a performance and then not score a hit.
Both of us are damn near exhausted. You have 2
Yeah.
luck points left. I have 1 luck point left. None of us have any guts. We're both lost a lot of blood. I'm definitely on the wrong end of this whole equation, though. So yeah, we're gonna have to see
And
what
it's
happens.
probably getting boring for the crowd and probably for our current audience.
No, they're seeing how long the Matrion stands up here. He's gonna try one more swing. He's gonna see what happens here. So, no shield. I'm gonna go straight for the sword.
Okay.
Here's where I stab her in the throat, guys. Here it comes. Not with a 2, probably. 2 plus my modified 5 is a 7.
So I'll do my footwork of 5.
Yep.
Plus 5 is 10.
All right, so that was a miss. All right, cool. All right, next turn, probably the last turn. Initiative. 3. Just roll d6, add 1.
Oh my god, I rolled a 5.
All right, so that is you have initiative
6.
again.
Okay. Let's end this.
His back's against the wall. No.
All right. I'm going to do a sword. So d6 plus 7. 4 plus 7 is 11.
Go ahead, roll your 11 dice.
4, 5,
Come on.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Of course, it's above average. Roll a d10 to see where it was.
4.
Ooh, right in the junk. That was uncalled for, Jen.
So 2 get absorbed by armor.
That was uncalled for. Okay.
I was aiming for the leg.
You got right. Let's just say you got right between the legs. All right, that was not nice. So how much damage did you say you did?
Total of 6. 2 were absorbed by the armor, so that's down to 4.
Okay. I gotta make a freaking luck point here. Or I gotta make a resilience check here, or that will be if I don't score any successes, that's going to be all 4 damage in a core area. That's a bad way to go. But you can totally get stabbed in that part of the body, go into septic shock. It's not a pretty way to go. I got 3 dots in resilience. I need at least 1. I got all triple 6s.
Look at that!
Nice. That's what happens when you mess with Matrion's baby maker. That's what happens. But that still gives me 1 point of damage because you did a total of 4 after armor. So 6 minus 2 in armor becomes 4. I soaked 3, or I saved for 3, which means I still took 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is triple my resilience. My resilience is 3. I give the Missio. It's time for me to call it. Okay? Now,
I'm tired.
12 minus rank minus glory 1 in this match is the D10 target. Alright, so I have to get a 6 or less. Wait a minute. I have to get a 6 or more. My bad. Good news is I got a luck. I got a luck roll.
point.
I can do this one once. So I fall down. She stands over me. The crowd's going crazy. Who knows what they're yelling? I'm gonna see what they say. And usually the editor of the games does what the crowd is indicating. 5.
Riot.
That is death. I say, please.
Oh,
I just gotta spend my luck point.
I don't want to kill your main character.
Luck point. A 7.
7!
7 beats the roll. They were thinking about it. There were some people yelling, kill, kill, kill. The editor of the games finally gives a thumbs up. and Mr. Matrion gets to live another day. That is 22 points for me. Well, actually 23, because I was in a battle, and then I earned 2 glory. You were in a battle and got 4 glory. You are now at 25. And that's kind of how it works.
I don't know if you wanted to go ahead and call the stream now, or if you want to kill some criminals to show them different things, and I take a restroom break.
Yeah, we can go ahead and call it, guys. We were going to have a couple more battles. This one took a little bit longer than I thought.
Sorry.
Also, no, it's fine. It was a good fight. I'm just not entirely sure if the shield... Well, then again,
I was getting a lot of lucky rolls.
Yeah, the battle was not completely one-sided. I didn't roll very well a lot of times.
Yeah. If you'd rolled better, I would have been a lot more injured.
I hit you a lot of times. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do enough damage. So it's literally 1, 2, ping, ping, ping. You basically got some new sexy scars, but nothing serious. Meanwhile, you like chopped my leg off, and then you tried to stab me right where a guy doesn't need to be stabbed. Let's just go ahead and put it.
But hey, the fates agreed you shouldn't have been stabbed there, and gave you 3 6s on your resilience roll.
I did get a good roll at the very end of the game, right when I really needed it. I shouldn't complain too much about my dice. Just when I really needed it, I got the good roll. But yeah, some other things that we were gonna do, guys. Again, I don't want to push my luck with the stream because the stream's already kind of crapped out on us once. We had some rank 1 degenerate Gauls that we were going to put in here, basically for these 4 criminals here, where they give them very basic weapons and armor. Maybe try like a 4-on-1 match or a 4-on-2 match, but that would take like at least another hour. And we've already been up for not quite 2 hours. That was kind of before the stream kind of crapped the bed on us. Again, sorry about that, guys. We had no control over it. It's literally just whether or not our internet company decides to keep us up or not.
Well, if you'd like, Jim, maybe we could do some pre-recorded content and keep some of these in the can for.
Yeah, we can.
Wednesdays?
We tell you what we'll do. We'll one of these
exhibition
days,
matches.
One of these days we will record. I do have some work to do for Wednesday content, so I'm not going to be free for a little while. Or maybe we'll come back to this next week. But next week, or maybe some pre-recorded content, what we can try is 4 criminals versus 2 rank 4 characters. That'll be an absolute massacre. But at least then the map kind of makes sense because you have 6 characters you got to keep track of. Get back to the arena here. So back to not charts, new character sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here, charts. Yeah, and it might be a little bit more exciting because there's going to be a little bit more like one-shot deaths, decapitation, stuff like that. This is where you pretty much just gang rush one of your higher ranked characters with a bunch of cannon fodder, and you see what happens.
Who knows? One of them might get lucky and might become one of our new player characters.
That's literally how Spartacus gets started. He takes on 4 guys in the arena and he wins. But at least then, you see, the map kind of makes sense. So you have to keep track of who's facing who. Is it just 2-on-2, or does this guy get cute and say, let's gang up on 1, hopefully knock him down? You drew the short straw. You have to fight this one guy by yourself. I kill him in 1 swing. Down he goes. Meanwhile, does she last long enough to fight off 3 guys? Okay, spoiler alert, she's going to get hit. Because, yeah, she's got crazy initiative, so she wins initiative. She attacks one of them. The other 2, initiative is uncontested, because you can only roll initiative once. And that's where it becomes a lot more problematic. You're going to get 2 guys on your back. Of course, if we look at their numbers, they're not the most impressive guys in the world as far as their dots go, because they're being built on this chart where they are rank 1 criminals. You only get so many dots. So the general idea is that a rank 4 character should be able to fight 4 rank 1 characters, or 2 rank 2 characters, or a rank 3 and a rank 1. That's kind of how it's been play tested, although we did just move over to a D6 system, so all the playtesting kind of has to start over. But it definitely is a work in progress, and we definitely look forward to doing some more with this in the near future.
Well, I had fun. Yeah, I'm always up for short little games if you want to record them.
Yeah, we might go ahead and do that. Well, it might be like an hour or two, and then we'll just upload a big video. Maybe not another live stream, or maybe if you guys like to, we'll do another live stream. Who knows? We do have some more modern content coming out. We have. I was at Das Creek House for South Florida Miniature Gamers Club literally yesterday. I took an 8x4 table of a 780-point game of 7 Days to the River Rhine down there, and we blew the hell out of some tanks down on that table, late 1980s Germany. So that raw footage is in the can. Hopefully we'll be seeing some of that later on this week or early next week. And of course, on Saturday, next Saturday is our podcast, and then Sunday we'll probably have some more live content. If we can get a player for, doesn't of course have to be this. In fact, I kind of prefer it not be this. We try not to stream the same game 2 weeks in a row. But probably back to something more modern. Who knows? Modern Games Leader, or we'll put up that 7 Days to the River Rhine content.
Well, then you've got to start preparing for a certain special game.
I do have to start preparing for our Halloween special. Halloween is a lot closer. In fact, it's only like a month away.
Yeah, it is.
Damn. It's already kind of on top of us. So every year, it's kind of become a sideways tradition, almost by accident, where we do a special game of Sitrep skirmish on Halloween. So last time we did Special Forces Elite, like private military contractors, exploring an abandoned ex-Soviet bioweapons lab. And of course, when they go down into this underground bunker where the Soviets were working on God knows what back in the 80s, they found something that should not be there. Let's just go ahead and put it that way.
The thing that should not be.
Yeah, some pretty horrific Cthulhu-like creatures. Basically, it's a fun horror game. So this time, we are talking about doing a Sitrep skirmish in the world of aliens. So colonial marines versus aliens. It would be a perfect system for that. I just have to make the pieces for it and find the map. So we'll see what happens with that. Now,
technically, could you use that Detroit map again? Because it looks like a destroyed colony.
I could. It wasn't a Detroit map. Oh, you talking about for Walking Dead?
No, when you got the picture of Detroit to use for the Stalingrad map.
No,
because it was destroyed.
What I might do is if I can get away with it, I'll just use that bioweapons lab map again. That was kind of a sci-fi, bunker kind of a place. It would look a little bit like Hadley's Hope.
Yeah.
I might just go ahead and do that. If anyone wants to call me out for using the same map twice, dude, it was a year ago. I get to use the same map again. Meanwhile, we'll have all new creatures, obviously, and new characters. We'll have all the historical, all the characters from the actual movie in there. The name of the game will probably be Gorman is not a retard, or Gorman is not stupid. So we'll actually have like a real officer, so the game is kind of fair. And yeah, we'll see if our colonial marines in the Aliens movie do a little bit better this time. So, cool. So Ben says, the game is cool as hell though. Cool beer and pretzel game. Not unlike Toho Monsters. Yeah, it's basically an arena combat game. What might be fun one day is to convert this into some kind of pro wrestling game. Because except for the swords and actual death, it's not too unlike. Again, 50% combat, 50%
showmanship.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's a third combat, a third sporting event, and a third entertainment. So, cool. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and call it for today. Again, apologies because the stream got a little hairy earlier. That's just an internet network issue. We have no real control over that. But luckily we were able to recover and have a fun stream. But for now, we're going to go ahead and call it. Tango Mike for listening. And we'll be in touch on our Discord later on in the week. Actually, I'll be on our Discord later on today. If you're ever interested, the link to our Discord is in the description of this video. So check us out, join the community, let us know what you think of today's stream. Meanwhile, give us a like, Give us a comment. Give us a subscription, especially. Hopefully you guys liked it. But for now, again, we're taking off. We're rounds complete. Tango Mike for listening. We'll be in touch very soon. Thanks again, and take care.